As far as I'm concerned, and frankly as far as my children are concerned, you cannot have a birthday party without a cupcake. And they are incredibly easy to make. It's 125 grams of sugar, caster sugar. More needed. Same, 125 grams of self-raising flour. Again, 125 grams of butter, and it must be very soft, otherwise it's not going to blitz up quickly and cream as it should. And so the 2 eggs, in other words, 125 grams of eggs. And a bit of vanilla. If you want to make these chocolate, it's very easy. Just take out, a spoonful like this of the flour and replace it with the same amount of cocoa. Okay, so a quick blitz. Okay, so what you need is a soft dropping consistency. You need a bit of milk to help you get there. I don't know, a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. This is full fat milk here. Only thing that's important though is that it's at room temperature, and really everything should be, because if you chuck something cold in, it'll make it curdle. Doesn't matter entirely. I mean, it's not a disaster. It just won't be as light. Great, and we're ready to go. Now you have to be very, very patient to be doing these little mini ones, and I'm not that person. But the reason I keep them little often for the children is that, to be frank, although children love cupcakes, they tend really just to want to lick off the icing, so there's no point majoring on sponge. Don't overfill, simply because you want to leave room for the icing, and I think they look rather nice if the icing is flattish, rather than if it cooks so much you've got a kind of hump top. I've got the oven preheated to 200, and frankly these little babies will only need about 10 minutes. I would start looking at 7 just in case, and nor will they need very long to cool before you can start icing them and letting the artistic spirit speak within you. Well, there is a lot going on here. You can see, very busy in this area. I'm just going to start dyeing the icing. And I do think for food colouring, and I know that it's not an art that most people want to practice these days, but anyway, I really do advise using these pastes, not the little bottles. One, because the trouble with those bottles is that they tend just to dilute the icing quite a bit if you want to get a good depth of colour, but also the range of colours here is just truly fabulous. Okay, I'm going to go a bit more purple just because I always like just to go that bit too far, I suppose, but still, let's go. Just look how beautiful this is, I'll show you, hang on. In a way, it seems a pity to puncture this sort of serene, untroubled lilac-ness, but I have to, because I have here my golden treasure. Gold-covered chocolate buttons, kind of gold ball bearings, and it goes. Slightly over the top here, not to say vulgar, but hey, this is the Versace of cupcakes. And you remember I said earlier that, you can make these little cupcakes into chocolate cupcakes and also, obviously, make them a normal size. Well, I've got those there, and I'm going to make a chocolate ganache to ice them. And all you need to do with that is melt equal amounts of dark chocolate and double cream. And all you do to make this is heat these 2 ingredients on a very low flame until the chocolate melts into the cream, and then you give it a kind of moderate whisk, and that's it. When hot, it's like a chocolate sauce, and when cold, it's a sort of lightly set, glossy, smooth kind of delight of an icing.